All right, everyone. I think we're about ready to get started. We've got about almost 90 people online, which is awesome. We're really excited to gather with you all tonight. So I'm going to get going. So good evening, everybody. My name is Megan O'Neill. I'm the manager of the longest stay for the Mass New Hampshire chapter of the Alzheimer's Association. We are so honored to have so many of you join us in recognition of the winter solstice, the longest night of the year. We know this is a very busy time, so I want to take this moment to thank each and every one of you for joining us here tonight as we honor and remember our loved ones. Our work at the Alzheimer's Association is simply not possible without the dedication and leadership by you, our volunteers, and our participants. And while this has been another long and challenging year, the passionate spirit of our volunteers and the groundbreaking science and research happening as we speak give us nothing but hope as we welcome the new year. Tonight, we shine our lights to honor our loved ones, caregivers, healthcare providers, and all those who are fighting for the first survivor. We will begin our journey towards the longest day, where we continue to raise vital awareness and funding to support our vision of a world without Alzheimer's and all other dementia. Thank you for embarking on this journey with us. Because every name and every story matters, during tonight's program, we invite you to share the name of the person you shine your light for, or people, in the chat, so each name is illuminated for all of us to see. And if you can and haven't already, please turn your luminary on or light a candle and place it in view for all of us to see. And now I would like to introduce you to someone very special. She is the inspiration and visionary of our longest night luminaries. She and her husband, Steve, are full mission recipients of the Alzheimer's Association and have participated in and volunteered for the longest day since it started in 2012. She was the steward of her husband's care and considers being a caregiver as one of the most defining roles of her life. Steve's Alzheimer's journey ended on April 2nd, 2018, but we carry his light with us in our daily work. We are so fortunate to be able to work with Judy to not only lead our longest day event, but to create opportunities such as tonight's gathering, so that we will always remember we are not alone. We are all in this together, and no one will ever be forgotten. I'd like to welcome Judy Johansson.
Thank you, Megan. And I just want to say good evening to everyone and echo Megan's welcome to our longest night virtual luminary gathering. And thank each and every one of you for being here. Author Bob Goff wrote, "Hope doesn't go to sleep just because it's dark outside. Hope lights a candle and stays up waiting for the rest of the story." We come together on this night with the most hours of darkness to light candles while we wait for the rest of the story. A hope-filled story of a world without Alzheimer's, Lewy body dementia, frontotemporal disorder, vascular dementia, PCA, and all other related dementias. As Megan mentioned, every name written on these luminary bags and the stories that accompany those names matter and must never, ever be forgotten. Tonight, we remember those whom we have lost to Alzheimer's and other dementias. We honor and support those who are living with dementia and their tireless caregivers. And we light candles to illuminate a path of hope for a future generation who will only hear stories about a disease that used to be. Tonight, we have chosen to light luminaries as opposed to cursing the darkness. We find great comfort as we feel the warmth and see the brilliance that results from joining our flames. We are not alone. We are walking this path of hope together. And now it's my pleasure to welcome Christine Morrissey to share a reading. Christine's mom was diagnosed with a very rare form of Alzheimer's called posterior cortical atrophy, also referred to as PCA or Benson syndrome. Christine and her sisters cared for their mom until she passed in June of 2020. Christine is a passionate volunteer and advocate for the Alzheimer's Association and is involved in the Longest Day, the Walk to End Alzheimer's, and our public policy and advocacy work. Please welcome Christine.
Thank you, Judy. Hello, everyone. I'm going to read The Shortest Day by Susan Cooper. So the shortest day came and the year died, and everywhere down the centuries of the snow white world came people singing, dancing to drive the dark away. They lighted candles in the winter trees. They hung their homes with evergreen. They burned beseeching fires all night long to keep the year alive. And when the New Year's sunshine blazed awake, they shouted, reveling. Through all the frosty ages, you can hear them echoing behind us. Listen. All the long echoes sing the same delight. This short day, as promise wakens in the sleeping land, they carol, feast, give thanks, and dearly love their friends and hope for peace. And so do we here now, this year and every year. Welcome, you. It's now my pleasure to introduce you to Cindy Hession as our next reader. Cindy lost her grandmother to Alzheimer's, and this is the 11-year anniversary of her passing. Cindy is an incredible and dedicated volunteer, helping to lead the very successful 48 Peaks hiking event in New Hampshire in support of the Longest Day. Welcome, Cindy.
Thanks, Christine. Evening, everyone. I'm going to read a poem called We Remember Them by Rabbi Sylvan Kamens and Rabbi Jack Reamer. Please join your voice as I say this and respond with We Remember Them. In the rising of the sun and in its going down, we remember them. In the blowing of the wind and in the chill of winter, we remember them. In the opening of buds and in the rebirth of spring, we remember them. In the blueness of the sky and in the warmth of summer, we remember them.
We remember them.
In the rustling of leaves and in the beauty of autumn, we remember them.
We remember
them.
In the beginning of the year and when it ends,
I wanted
we remember them.
We remember them.
Remember them.
When we are weary and in need of strength, we remember them. When we are lost and sick at heart,
We
we remember
them.
them. When we have joys we yearn to share, we remember them. So long as we live, they too shall live, for they are now a part of us as we remember them.
We remember them.
We remember them.
Our next speaker is Nathan Hardy. Alzheimer's took his gramps, his great-grandmother Claire, and great-grandfather Cliff. Nathan is a sixth grader now, but has been an active volunteer for this cause since he learned how to walk and talk. He remembers his gramps Steve tonight by sharing some words written by him. Please welcome Nathan.
Welcome, Nathan.
Magic by Steve Johansson. In the minutes when a path is clear, when hope turns into knowing, the excitement is high, love is forever, and friends are together. Wing and fly quickly before the magic leaves.
Beautiful. Beautiful job.
Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.
Alzheimer's and all other dementias spares no populations and has confiscated too many of our loved ones throughout the decades. We would like to take a moment of silence now to remember and hold dear all of our loved ones who have been taken by this disease as we cherish their memories. And now we will have a special musical performance coming from a farm in Menard, Texas.
Hi, my name is Luke Johansson. Wanted to share a couple songs with you this evening. Songs I wrote about my dad, Steve Johansson, who passed away from Alzheimer's a few years back. This first song is called The Waltz, and you know, it's just kind of an account of some of the things that I really loved about Dad. And you know, we used to go camping, backpacking every year, and from setting everything up to packing in the kitchen, laying it all out night before we left, to looking forward to a Whopper with cheese once we finally got out of the woods. I just really happy that I have those memories, that's for sure. I'll play it for you. Well, he stands like a statue on the rockiest peak. It's certain he'll catch you if you lose your feet. And the stars are mysterious. The dark is less scary when dreams become theory. All you're feeling is free. And I'm thankful for you taking me. Well, he sits like a boulder in the valleys in May. Water runs over, he still knows what to say. It's not driven by fear, it's not seared by dismay. It's just a clear comprehension on all the choices you've made. And I'm thankful for you teaching me. Well, he flies like a sparrow in the haste of the wind. His time it is narrowed, it's a place from within. And the sun it will rise again. The rivers run high, and then the next generation will be reflective of him. And I'm thankful for you loving me. I'll play one more song for you here. I wrote this one after we laid Dad to rest. It's kind of just what I was going through that day. And yeah, my account of it all. The last snow of April courtyard as we sing. It's the last gift that winter can offer us this spring. And someday, beyond tomorrow, I imagine I won't cry. But for now I'll reminisce. I take a drink, say goodbye. And now I can remember that thing you used to say, and how you'd like to sit, watch and whistle while I played. So please tell me one more story, 'cause I don't wanna go back inside. And remembering's just as good now as anything that I've tried. And someday, beyond tomorrow, there'll be other good reasons to cry. But tonight, let's cry for him, share a drink, and say goodbye. And as I stumble on now, in the wee hours of the morning collide, I can see the dawn now. Guess a new day has arrived, and I'm overflowed with memories, and all I wanna do is go back inside. I pray that sleep might remedy this loss I feel tonight. And someday, beyond tomorrow, I imagine I won't cry. But tonight I'll cry for him. I'll take a drink, say goodbye. Appreciate you listening, and best of luck to everybody out there. I love you, Dad. Miss you every day.
Thank you, Luke, for sharing your beautiful music with us tonight. Martin Luther King said that darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. So on this longest night filled with the most hours of darkness, may hope guide us to continue lighting our candles and help us to write and fight for the rest of the story where no one ever forgets, no one ever is lost, and Alzheimer's and other dementias are nothing but a memory. This concludes our longest night ceremony tonight. Thank you so much for joining us and bringing your light. We wish you all a happy and healthy, safe holiday. Thank you again.